AMAC here. I play Adam. You know, the GM. Last time on Feddie Scum, the Flying Anchors were tasked with helping around the ship wherever they were needed. But beneath their notice, a threat began to stir. From a missing broomstick, to a wounded man robbed of his clothes. From a civilian on the maintenance deck when they shouldn't be, to a search for the missing Johnny. The Flying Anchors had stumbled into a dire plot by Sturgeon in the storage room. With explosions rippling through the ship, they faced the 5 conspirators.
There are no soldiers in Zeon, so we are certain to be victorious in this war!
The detonator hits the floor. You see the person who dropped the detonator, they're gripping their leg, they're in pain, and they look up, they're kind of surprised that they dropped the detonator that is now, causing explosions to reverberate throughout the entire Inverness.
Oh shit, we fucked up this time!
God damn it.
And Lone Star, you recognize the face of the man who is looking up at you.
Wait a minute. I recognize you.
Yes, that's what I said.
I recognize your face.
It is Michael Tort, the man who helped you carry a naked, wounded civilian to medbay.
My best friend. I'm just kidding.
Dun dun dun.
You
And
bastard.
Kat, how sober has the recent experience kind of shocked into you? Starting to come out of it, maybe because of explosions.
Yeah, no, I'm snapped back to reality.
Well then, Kat, you recognize someone else in the crowd as the woman who was standing on deck with you with your crew, who wasn't with your crew, and you were wondering why she gathered around for a speech, and then you shoot her off.
Remember me, bitch?
That bitch.
Now, most of these 5 look kind of surprised and shocked, except for a man in the center of them in an overcoat. And he says, "Zig Zeon!" and throws up his right arm. And instead of what you think is just kind of like a fist pump, you notice that something is flying in the air toward you. It's a grenade.
Oh, shit. All right, let's do some cool shit.
Duck and roll.
I guess we should drop kick the grenade.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking, too. Who's going to hit it?
With this bitch.
Can I shoot the grenade?
Hey, can we try? Yeah, I was going to say, we could try for daring or something. That sounds like a daring move.
Okay.
Or we can play hot potato.
How close? Is there a chance?
It's still in the air, so it's up to you.
Is there a chance of shooting it before it gets too far from them and too close to us?
I would say ideally you'd shoot it as close to them as possible.
Oh yeah.
I can't guarantee that it won't hit you guys. It depends on how you roll. I
guess what I mean to ask is, how far are they from us? Because I'm trying to imagine the room and the size.
There's a potential that you could shoot the grenade and it only damaged them. There's also the potential you could shoot the grenade and it damages both of you. And there's also the potential that you shoot at the grenade and you miss.
All right, hey, co-pilot. We could both shoot at it.
Yeah, what up?
We wouldn't be saying this in real time. Hey, want to shoot at that
What's
grenade
up,
in midair?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Well, it's like slow-mo.
Let me tie my shoe
I feel
real
like
quick.
you guys would just look at each other and nod.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I want to do.
Much time.
But out of pause time, grab a Snickers. I'm asking you, co-pilot. Do you want to both of us shoot at it just to increase our chances of hitting it?
Yes, I feel like I could. We've been around the block enough that I could feel what your heart is yearning.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We like look at each other, nod real fast, or I just
I don't
say,
even think
"Oh no,
that.
I'll
I just
just."
felt it.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool.
I just know what
Like
Lone
both
Star
your
wants.
hearts glowed at the same time.
He has the heart of a shooting star.
All right.
Can that be canon, Adam?
What?
He's got the heart of a shooting star.
I'm not
That you
saying
have
like
the heart-
new type abilities, but maybe like friendship abilities. You know?
No.
Ah,
No.
whatever.
You don't believe in the power of
No,
friendship in the Gundam universe?
no, I do not.
You never watched Mobile Suit Gundam Friendship is Magic? What the fuck's wrong with you? All right, so
Okay. But
It's that
no,
tantric energy.
You're not Gundy, dude.
I'm not saying that it is impossible for both of you to shoot it at it at the same time. If one of you just says shoot it or something like that, it's
I'll just
pretty
say co-pilot because he knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So
that
I'll just be like
sounds good.
co-pilot, and we both pull out our fucking pistols and fire
You already
at
have
that
them
little
pulled
boy.
out.
Or well, we
You already have-
we pull it up.
Could I
we
fire
pull
at
up.
it too? I'm just
You're not part of this friendship.
Yeah, I'm gonna go co-pilot. No, you're not co-pilot.
fucking rookie. Don't disrespect me.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
roll for sight.
Can I see anything?
Yeah. So this is This is going to be a
Daring.
It is pretty daring, so I would say it is definitely take a risk. So both of you take a risk, and keep an eye on your action moves that you have on your sheets as well. You might have something
yeah.
that applies.
I don't, but that's cool.
I would consider this is helping my partner.
Yeah, this is definitely helping your partner. He has called on you. Well, he's looked at you with
Co-pilot.
desire. He's looked at you with desire, and you know what
Oh,
that
yeah.
look means.
Yeah.
You
know
know
that
what
look
it
of
means.
desire.
You know what it means, like from 9 p.m. to midnight. But you know what it means to during the waking hours as well. It means you shoot a grenade that's coming at you together in tandem. That's what it means.
Yeah, I felt that.
Different kind of
Okay.
shots during the daytime.
Well, I'm definitely going for helping my partner. I get a +2 on full successes, +1 on mixed successes, and if I fail, then nothing.
All right, let's
Wow.
fucking do it.
An 8, so a 9. I got a 9.
I got a straight up 10.
Okay. I'm gonna say it explodes pretty close to where they threw it, and you like smoke and shrapnel. Pretty much kind of cuts the room in half. Not literally, but it divides the room, and you can't really beyond the smoke and debris. It's almost like a smoke grenade went off because it may have been a smoke grenade.
Oh.
Still badass.
Still save the team, baby.
We still look cool. It's smokier on their side.
All of you hear a voice, but Lone Star, you recognize it as the voice of Michael Tort, the man who helped you carry a naked civilian. Say, Lieutenant Malcolm, we gotta go.
Oh,
And then you hear some footsteps leaving. There's other exits to this room as well on the other side of it.
Lieutenant Gether, what are your orders?
Chase him down, boys.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I just
well-
want to say I'm very pissed that this woman defied me and ruined my great speech last time, and so
Wait,
now
wait.
I'm like, oh my god.
Wait. So she's a Zeon soldier who has
Yes.
snuck her way onto the ship after the Gaul crashed. She has wounded civilians or participated in the wounding of civilians to steal their clothes and identity. They have presumably set up bombs around the ship, which they have detonated, and they have employed a innocent child to run guns for them. And your big issue is that she
Well, that
made
was
your
just the
speech.
beginning. I'm just saying
Oh,
I've never
okay.
been more pissed off. It's
No.
just kind of like I was a little pissed.
That was the cherry on top.
Yeah.
and now I'm like,
That's
well,
what just
I'm
did it.
really
That's the
fucking
straw that
pissed.
killed the camel.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
actually the cherry on bottom. Because it
It's
did
like, I was
happen
gonna
first.
remember her
It's the
forever.
cherry
Now it's like,
foundation
I
from
actually
which this
have
was
a
built.
right to check a bitch.
So shouldn't you be really excited then? Because now you
I-
can finally get the
yes.
revenge that was denied you earlier.
I was going to say, can I charge?
Well, a smoke grenade has, been exploded at pretty much peak height in the room, and so you can't see much. So you're gonna
Courtesy
be
of Lone Star and co-pilot.
you will be charging into the room, but
I'm already blind by my anger.
She's just smelling fumes now. She's feral.
It might be the alcohol. I don't know.
Yeah, but no, y'all can charge in the room. It is going to be difficult because it's a storeroom that is now filled with smoke.
Well, if someone's going to charge in the room, then I'm going to not fire.
Yeah, good call.
You don't have the best track record there. So.
Hey, I hit someone last time.
You could fire first.
Okay, I'm going to fire before someone gets in my way.
Okay, go ahead and do that. How are you firing exactly? Are you just aiming
firing
with
into the darkness again?
Again. Well, last time I guess I think I made you roll to take a risk because it was just a random shot, right? Yeah. All right. Well, that do the exact same thing. Take a risk.
Although, isn't there a little less risk because I know that there's only enemies in the darkness?
Yeah, but you don't know what you're hit. Maybe there's another detonator.
Or
something that can deflect.
Maybe someone threw a grenade and it's like 1 inch away from you in the smoke and you can't see it, and then as soon as you fire, it explodes.
Yeah, okay, I'll shoot.
That'd be an ironic time for his aim to get really good, just to shoot a grenade coming towards him.
Absurdly lucky.
I got 4.
That means I get a hard move of some kind.
Does the darkness attack back, or is there a grenade?
So you hear bow, bow. Why am I doing sound effects?
Who the fuck's playing guitar?
Elidor. You hear ricochet sound effects that I want you to edit in here, and then a thud, and then there's suddenly in the smoke you can see a light as if someone has lit a flare and is holding it out in the into the smoke. But that's all you see this kind of piercing fire that's about a foot long, kind of shooting outward.
Oh, we're really mucking this up. Guys, we're collectively mucking this up.
You guys mucked it up. All this smoke's making me cough. I have bad lungs. It's not from smoking.
It's from you guys.
Continue to make excuses and blame others, yes.
He gets cancer as soon as we fucking shoot a smoke bomb.
Only bad guys smoke.
That's true.
Yep.
Okay. So there is now a hazard in the smoke. Who wanted to rush into the smoke?
That was me.
Okay. So I want you to act quickly.
10. I rolled a 10.
Oh, great. Okay. So while you're running through the smoke, basically to where you last saw these people, you notice you get close enough to see what co-pilot shot and what is now emitting a about a foot long flame, and it's some kind of tank or canister, and you clearly spot it, and you are able to move out of the way as a minor explosion rocks the room you're currently in. So no one is hurt.
I didn't get hit.
Hey.
Whoa.
That's weird.
That's an improvement.
Why is Gether still standing?
All right. So after the explosion has kind of happened, the smoke has been slightly cleared. So Tiny, you're going to be the one who first sees the remaining baddies in the room with you. They're on the opposite end. They've gotten behind some crates and boxes, classic first-person shooter, cover. And they are both armed. Everyone else, you can't quite make out where anyone is yet. The smoke hasn't cleared enough for you guys yet.
All right. Well, I'll be following behind her.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, when it comes to like personal items I have on my body, like, is there anything that I could potentially have that I could just like chuck at someone? Like say I have a flask and I always have a wrench and I have a handgun,
Yeah. As long as it makes sense for now, since I haven't really made rules for like how much you can carry or anything like that. As long as it makes sense right now for your character to have that on them, I think it's fair to write in. Like we did that with your flask. We established you have a flask. We've established that Gether has a harmonica. So things like that, Makes sense. So yes, you could toss your flask, or I'd say it's fair to assume you might have a wrench on you at any.
Yeah, I just want to
given point
like
in time.
throw a wrench as hard as I possibly can in their general direction.
So are you aiming for them in particular?
So I guess I'm not aiming at anyone particularly, but just the baddies that are left, them thick baddies.
Okay. Well, make an attack and use sight.
Okay, 8. I rolled an 8.
Okay. So you throw, and it kind of bounces off the top of a box and hits the person who's hiding behind that box in the in the shoulder.
Hey!
And they're kind of pushed back by that. All right. In addition to those two people behind the crates, you can see that the others are fleeing through exits in the back of the room and to the sides of the rooms and such.
And I'm the only person who can see this, yeah?
At the moment, yeah. There's 2 here with you, and there's 3 that have fled. So, everyone else, what are you doing?
I am. Do I have visual on any of the ones that are fleeing?
Not unless you close the distance. So you can describe like how you're moving through the room, just dealing with the smoke, or you could just wait there till the smoke settles.
I'm gonna slowly push through the smoke while covering my face because I don't want to breathe this stuff in.
Okay. Any particular part of the room, sticking to the walls, going through the center? They're kind of in the center-ish, and then there's exits on either side of...
I'm going to push the center, fuck it.
Okay, you're pushing the center. So you're going to wind up kind of behind Tiny. So as you get there, you see where the explosion scorched the floor, and you see the cracked open canister near you. There's some boxes for cover and such that you could get behind. So Lone Star and co-pilot, you're still back in the smoky part of the room. What are you doing?
When Tiny ran, I went right behind her because Gether said, "Go on ahead." I was trying to get some points from listening to your rival, a development path.
Okay, so that means basically all 3 of you are in the center of the room where the Zeon people were. So, co-pilot, what are you doing during this time?
I want to find cover that I could shoot still, like I could hide behind and like pull out and shoot, try to aim for people.
In the center of the room with the rest of them, or do you want to go to a particular side? Or
I will hang back a little bit and be on the side that the door was on.
Okay, so you want to kind of be in, you kind of want to be in the rear, but enough out of the smoke, I'm presuming, that you can actually see stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all are all in the center of the room. There's 2 Zeon soldiers, presumably, on the opposite end of the room. It's the 2 that, not the 2 that you recognize, and not the man in the overcoat. It is a black-haired man and a red-haired woman. The one that got hit with the wrench, kinda sorta, is the red-haired woman. She kind of just like, what the fuck? Who throws a wrench?
I did.
So, shots ring out from the Zeon side of the hangar. Everyone who's not in cover, which is everyone except co-pilot, act quickly.
All right.
10.
All right.
7.
11.
Okay, so the 10 and 11, you successfully find cover. No issues there. Gether, you said you got a 7 in total?
Sure did.
Okay, that's a mixed.
Nice having this character while it lasted.
Look, I'm not that cruel. I'm not going to kill you in one go. But I am going to need you to reduce your health by 1. Gether, you get slightly winged by one of those bullets that the black-haired man sends in your direction. And you are also not behind cover.
Is there anything nearby?
I mean, yes, but you failed to get behind it in time.
No. I'm saying, like, is there anything nearby that I can throw?
Everyone has guns, but
everyone has guns, but you're just throwing shit.
I throw my gun.
All right. Okay. All right. So here's how I imagine this going down. The Zeon people started shooting back at you, and it was kind of like a seat of a game of hot potato or musical chairs, and everyone got behind cover, and Gether was just left out without cover and got hit.
No
and
chair
now
for
you're
you.
you're about to throw a thing. What do you want to throw? What are you looking for?
I want to throw something at the guy who just shot me.
Something. What?
Anything. Fuck.
No, define a thing. Like
All
a
right,
box.
fine. I'm gonna try to intimidate him since you don't want me throwing nothing.
No, no, dude. The problem is not you throwing a thing, dude.
Just
like, what you
walk
throw.
right the
Look,
fuck.
what
the way
do
I
you-
saw this was I got shot, and then Gether gets really fucking mad, and instead of looking at his fucking hand, where his gun is in his hand, he's like, throwing
You
something
throw your
sounds
gun?
really fucking good right now.
Yes. Okay. Yes. But what? What do you go for? Just
I
tell
want
me.
the
The
biggest
crate?
throwable object. I
No.
can throw at
it's-
someone.
I mean, realistically, wouldn't you have to describe to him what he can see since you're the room?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're the fucking
but
room guy.
You're in
dude.
you're in a storeroom, and I'm kind of giving you the ability to
Okay, I want to
whatever
find
you want.
You
the
can conjure
biggest
things out of thin
crate
air.
of. I just want to like see a crate nearby, and there's like I don't know. There's a
Big
missile.
fucking box. See, not fucking hard.
There's a missile inside the crate, and I just want to pick the missile up and just throw it like a fucking javelin.
You're
At the-
throwing a missile.
Yeah,
Don't
Why
throw
would
it
there
too
be a
hard,
missile?
dude.
And it's like where potatoes are stored.
And it's a
this is
storeroom.
why I can't be the fucking room. All right.
Okay, all right.
I'm just gonna intimidate the guy since you said my idea is fucking stupid.
No, I didn't.
No, it's
I
too
didn't.
late.
The
It's
room
too
called
late.
him stupid. Now he's
The
pissed.
room called me stupid. It's too fucking late. We're doing
not
it
nice,
my
really.
way.
What do you want to throw that
No,
isn't?
I'm
that-
intimidating
no,
now.
No, what do you want to throw? Do you want to throw a propane tank? Do you want to throw a propane tank?
Yeah, I would love to throw a propane tank.
Fucking-
right now.
Gather.
I would have
Right.
thrown a sack of potatoes. That's,
Yeah,
That's what
my-
I was thinking too. As soon as he said
All right.
potatoes.
All right, fucking make an attack with your goddamn propane tank.
I am. I hope I roll a fucking 13 so he dies.
Just fucking smash his
9.
skull in. 9.
Do you have any action moves that you can use?
Yeah,
against-
I do have a melodrama move, and I'm gonna do it to fucking succeed because I'm
Okay,
throwing
to
this fucking thing at him.
to turn your mixed into a full.
Yeah.
Okay, so you throw the propane tank in the air. It's kind of like, a shitty half-finished version of one of those Olympic spins with those, ball weights that people do. But, you're not in the Olympics and you're old and it's a propane tank. And so you only get like a quarter of that spin going, and it's with one hand, and you send the propane tank through the air, and that propane tank hits the guy with the black hair. Yes?
After it hits him, could I fire at it?
Yeah, could I shoot it? Could
See,
someone shoot
wow,
it?
Adam, it's almost like my idea is helping the group in combat.
You didn't think of a fucking propane tank.
No, no,
You didn't
no,
fucking
no,
think of a
no,
fucking
no.
propane tank.
He did think of
I
a missile,
said
though. That's
missile.
kind of close.
They both explode.
Except for that'd probably kill us, too.
No, look, I was trying. Look, I was trying to be nice and let him pick what he wanted to throw at the guy. Something that
Oh,
would
well
be
then fuck me. I
reasonable-
want to throw co-pilot at him.
No,
Hey, now you can't
wouldn't
just
go
go and
far.
throw me.
You just throw him, he goes like 2 inches on the floor.
Like, you're useless.
Well, that
We're
wouldn't work
sticking
because
with-
I'm not in the
we're-
middle of the room.
Yeah,
We're
he's, like,
we're
there.
sticking with the propane
All right,
tank.
so propane tank hits the guy right in the head. He fires his gun once. Together, I do want you to act quickly again because you're still not in cover.
6.
Oh, well, you're gonna get another hit for that.
You're just mad because I threw a propane tank.
No, I'm not.
Why you hating?
I'm not.
Damn it, Gather!
Why you hating?
I told you you're out of cover, and you didn't do anything about it.
I want to shoot his propane tank.
No,
How much
I
damage
want
would
to
it take?
feel personally like responsible for Gether's life at this moment, and I'm going to shoot in that direction.
What?
You're
Hey,
way,
you
way,
heard
way.
him.
Hey, why don't
You
you
heard
go
him.
take him to cover? Or actually, how about, you could do that, co-pilot. You want to
It
shoot?
sounds like a Lone Star type
I was
thing.
gonna say
think I'm
you want to
the-
shoot the propane tank. I'll Lone Star run him to some cover since he can't get behind shit for some reason.
Hell yeah! I'm gonna look at you and I'm gonna do like one of those imaginary nods, but with our hearts.
Oh yeah, heart nods. I love it.
This cannot be the go-to method of communication.
This is the go-to method of communication.
All right, you can't just intrinsically understand each other all the time.
Okay. Well,
you have an opportunity to be like, hey, get together to safety.
Okay, here's a cool thing. Like how last time I was like, go pilot, and we both shot the thing. Like he knew.
Yes.
This time he could be like Lone Star, and I know what he's talking about.
Yeah. That sounds
Hell
good.
yeah.
You just switched it. It's not different.
Yeah, it's cool.
We switched the animation. It's totally fine.
Yeah, it's different
Okay.
animation. It's fine.
God.
I'm shooting the propane tank at him.
Yep. And
Got it.
And I'm Lone Star running all the way together.
All right, we will resolve the shooting of the propane tank in the guy's face.
And that'll allow me cover because that explosive fire will make me feel like I can run together.
Okay, I rolled an 8, but
Mm-hmm.
would you consider that I'm... Oh, wait. Would you... Would...
Would you just give me a full success? Can I just succeed fully?
No, just wait. That's not what I want to do. Wait, yes, it's exactly what I want to do. I want to use my RP point for a full success.
Hey.
All right, your mixed success gets turned into a full success. And you shoot the propane tank as soon as it lands on this guy's face, and you see that corner of the room with the boxes he was hiding behind kind of just explode, and him with it, kind of. It's a pretty...
Fuck you!
It's pretty fucking horrific.
Damn, that's a lot of blood.
I don't even know if he can make sounds with his mouth after that.
I mean, he doesn't really have an upper half of it.
Like you just
I think
chucked
I
a
see his
fucking
mouth on
propane
the
tank
ceiling.
into his face and then it exploded.
Like, oh god, this is
Shoot me, will you, you damn kids?
the red hair woman is she's reacting to the explosion and gets covered in blood and shocking from the heat, and says like God, Jerry, and she hops over the boxes and she's just firing at all of you. You're all behind cover though.
How
Yeah.
close is she?
I didn't want to know the name of the person whose head I just blew off.
Yeah, we didn't hear that.
Well, his name is Jerry, and you're just going to have to live with that. 'Cause
I
I've
choose
already-
to not hear that.
Jerry, father of Larry and Mary. No.
I'm gonna look back fondly on this moment as the time we blew up Jerry, the guy who shot me.
So the
Yeah, fuck that guy.
the woman in the red hair is rushing you guys. I guess she's going to the closest would probably be Tiny. So she's going to rush you, Tiny, behind cover. So you're gonna have a chance to act quickly if you wanted to do anything
Cool.
before she basically reaches you.
I basically, like, if I could do anything, I just want to body slam her to the ground.
Oh, so you just want to leave cover and
I
meet
just-
her
yeah.
and fight her.
Yeah,
Okay.
good old fashioned
I
brawl.
think I'm the only one who knows how to use a gun in this party for some reason.
you are the one with glasses, so
It's true. I do have the worst aim.
maybe everyone just has shit eyesight and just refuses to wear glasses. Okay, Tiny, I want you to first roll to act quickly to see if you can get the drop on her by coming around out of cover
Ooh.
willingly to face her, and then you're gonna have to roll for brute force after
Okay,
that.
So that was an 8.
That's mixed. So you're you come around corner, but you don't really catch her by surprise. Y'all are kind of equally staring each other down as you come around the corner, both with a good bit of momentum. So now I want you to use brute force because you are trying to body slam her.
I forgot how bad my body was.
Oh, did you make a decision without consulting your character sheet?
Yep.
Hey, welcome to being Mad Gun.
I rolled an 8.
All right, that's another mixed success. So you go to body slam her, but she kind of resists it. She does drop her gun, however, but she also makes you lose your gun. So both your guns are on the
Oh.
ground.
Yes. We'll settle this with our fist.
All right.
She's just happy she doesn't have to even think about her gun anymore.
Guns are useless.
Right? I didn't want to pistol whip someone, but maybe next time.
All right. So she is going to slam her fist down on your head because
Cool.
she is you have body slammed against her. You're gonna take a little bit of damage from that. Go ahead and reduce your health by 1. All right.
You never
and
resolved Lone Star getting together.
that wasn't a roll. You're just literally carrying an old man
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's easy.
Put me down.
who can carry himself. Like, yeah, unless Lone Star wanted to like literally carry him over his shoulder, but like Gether's not that.
No, I
wounded.
just
He
wanted to
can-
kind
he
of
can
push
walk.
him a little further into cover and make sure
My
he's all
God.
right. Wanted to be kind of like snarky and be like, "You
Like,
all
he
right,
didn't have
old
to-
man?"
I'm all right, but I got winged. But you saw what I did with that propane tank.
That was a nice throw.
I'm about to do it again.
All right, I support this.
I like the foreshadowing.
I'm going to do it again in a later scene. It's going to be awesome.
All right. I guess, co-pilot, what are you doing after the explosion and now that you see Tiny and the red hair woman fighting each other?
They're like right up on each other.
Oh, yeah.
Guess I probably shouldn't.
Just shoot at him. Just shoot at him.
Oh, what informs that decision?
Dude, just fire away. Let
experience at
Jesus
this
take the
point.
bullet, man.
Hey, yeah, exactly. Just you have the best side of out of anybody, so just go.
I trust you.
Maybe
Fire
if I
away.
had
Fire
maybe
away.
if I had some encouragement from Gether in the form of him yelling my name, I might.
Shoot the bitch!
Okay.
Gether
Something
just
in my
yelled, "Shoot."
heart tells me to shoot the bitch.
I mean, nothing in your heart told you to do that. Gether kind of just yelled that, like, really.
No.
Brother is in his heart.
Make sure you're shooting the right bitch. Just
Yeah, he didn't really
Right out there.
specify. He's very vague.
Yeah.
I would never consider you a bitch, Lieutenant.
Lieutenant.
Dancer.
Oh shit.
uh,
I
kind of
love
endearing.
this conversation you're having while she's in a fist fight.
Yeah, she's like,
I'm just
"Aw,"
like,
as she's
"Dang
fighting.
I'm mentally reminding myself to lower my relationship status score.
with Gether. yeah. Like you're in this fist fight with the red hair, red hair woman, and you just hear Gether say, "Shoot the bitch," and you're kind of like,
Ah.
"Could hit me though. Maybe
Oh,
co-pilot. I want you to make an attack using sight again. To
Okay, let
shoot.
me just take some time to adjust my spectacles.
It's a good thing that Copilot has a sight modifier of 0.
No, I got a +1. I got glasses on.
The audience didn't need to know that.
Take your time, co-pilot. Lieutenant, Tiny. Tiny's got this.
I'll never forget the time I saw Lieutenant Dancer take on 6 burly Marines by herself with nothing but a MRE spoon and a bottle of whiskey.
and a propane tank.
true story.
And a propane tank and a sack of potatoes.
It's canon now. She beat 6 Marines with an MRE spoon and a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, why were you guys even here?
I rolled a 9.
That is a mixed success.
Oof, you know what that means.
So what's gonna happen is you aim up your shot, you take a deep breath, you hold it. Because you know you should do that when you aim. And
I do now.
you slowly put pressure on the trigger. And right before you fire, Tiny and the red hair woman kind of push off of each other in the fight. And you fire and your bullet goes right in between them. Tiny, you can feel it cut the air in front of you.
Oof.
She can feel it too, but I'm not gonna narrate her thoughts. and then co-pilot, you hear it like ricochet and then thud into a crate. It doesn't explode. Don't worry, we've had enough of those.
Was there an enemy in the crate by chance?
yeah. Co-pilot, you killed the hidden enemy in the crate.
Fuck yeah.
Just see a pool of blood come from underneath the crate. Grand Theft Auto style.
Zeon! Good job, co-pilot. You're getting a promotion.
Thanks, God.
How did you know that was in there?
Double
Brilliant.
ensign co-pilot.
Okay, no. So your shot ricochets and hits a crate and does nothing. There you go.
Wow, Adam's great at GMing when he's not drinking. We'll have to plan some more of those interventions sometime. Hey everyone, I'm Dallas Welk. I'm doing this commercial spot without Zach again because our schedules have been the complete opposite from each other's the past few weeks. But that's fine, just more of my voice without any breaks. Yay! So first off, we recently gotten a lot of support from the Gundam and Gunpla community. We really appreciate other podcasts and content creators taking the time to give us a shout out. We were mentioned on the latest episode of the Gundam Guys podcast. If you haven't already, you should check them out. Jeff and Keenan recap episodes of the original Mobile Suit Gundam, as well as discuss all things Gundam. It's a well-produced show worth your time. Let's see, and Justin Meter gave us a shout out on his Twitter. He has a Gundam recap podcast also with his friend and co-host Sean Fitzgerald. It's called 3 Times Faster. They also run a Twitch channel called the Voxelist. Adam and I were actually watching them live stream last night while we were at a bar. They were building Gunpla. If you have the time, I definitely recommend checking them out too. Besides from being fun and entertaining, their podcast has really great audio. I'm really fucking jealous. And we'd like to thank Cody Spicer and the Gunpla Network for their support. Adam just got done doing an interview with them that should be up on the Gunpla Network's YouTube channel one day. We're not too sure when. But be on the lookout for that if you want to know a little bit about the history of Feddie Scum and what goes on behind the scenes. We got our first piece of fan art from Liam Styles Chang on Instagram. He drew a badass rendition of Lieutenant Gether. We all knew he'd be the first to be conceptualized into art. His persona burns deep into our listeners' minds. It's like pondering the face of God. I get it. You just can't help but wonder. Thanks, Liam. It means a lot to us for you to take the time to do that. We'll leave a link to Liam's Instagram where you can see his art, and we'll make sure to leave a link to everyone's pages in the description. And here's everyone who took the time to share us on social media in their everyday lives. There's Living Zombie 00 on YouTube, Triple T778 for always giving us a shout out on his Instagram live streams. I'm the one who's always watching them, by the way. And RX Dealer 69 for leaving us an awesome iTunes review. You too can get a shout out on our commercial spot if you share us and let us know about it. Also, don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Feddie Scum. In other news, Zach, who, like I said, is currently not here, put the Feddie Scum soundtrack on all online stores as his electronic band Fight Your Foes. Now you can listen to the opening theme of Feddie Scum on repeat for hours. We all know you want to. And Matt's prize horse, the Mexican Muscle, had an accident in Tijuana over the weekend. They still won first prize, but Eminem sadly did not make it. Matt decided to retire from the rodeo business and is now focusing on his newfound love of Mexican cuisine by opening his own taco truck. He named his business after his trusty steed. Head on down to Muscle Meat Tacos, where the legacy of the fastest finishing horse in Southeast Alabama lives on. Thanks everyone, and enjoy the rest of the episode.
I guess we're back to Lone Star and Mad Gun.
How close am I to Lieutenant Tiny?
You'd have to head over there in the fight. Like you have to make an effort to move over there. You're not like within arm's reach.
All right, so like you're saying I could run over there and just start wailing on this redheaded woman?
You could join the fight, yes.
All right, we Feddie Scum do not approve of abuse of anybody. Okay, just want to put that out there. I don't approve of women beating.
You're just gonna shove off Lone Star? Like
I'm just gonna be like, get off me, rookie, and run over there.
All right, well then say that in character, then please.
Get off me, rookie!
Yeah,
I'm coming, dancer!
All right, you head over
Together!
there into the fight. Lone Star, what are you doing after being kind of, I don't know, dismissed?
Ungrateful bastard. Let's see. Are there other enemies, like, other than just red-haired lady at this point? Are there
there were, but 3 of them, and they left the room through the exits in the room.
Oof.
And no one decided to give chase.
I'm going to go pursue that.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
I'm going to Lone Star run to it.
Okay, so you're leaving the room. Or is there anything you're going to say to your comrades as you leave the room to maybe inform them as to what you're doing?
I kind of feel like between Mad Gun and Tiny, they probably got the redheaded lady. So
yeah, they
so I'm going to be like, co-pilot, let's go.
I felt that, so I'm gonna go too.
He felt it in his heart.
You didn't feel it. You're not feeling it. You're hearing all of this.
You heard it, and you're like, my heart. He says, let's go. I gotta go.
I gotta follow my heart.
He felt what was in my heart, which was made easier by what I said.
Okay, so co-pilot and Lone Star leaving the room. All right, Mad Gun, Tiny, y'all are in a fight. The red-haired lady sees Mad Gun approaching with anger and resents being called a bitch and goes for a gun on the ground.
All right, is she closer or am I closer?
I would like to, like, I don't know, act really quickly and try to kick the gun away.
Okay, go for that.
10.
10. All right. So you managed to kick the gun away. It slides across the floor and bumps against a box. She's going toward the other gun, which was yours that you dropped.
Oh, God.
Also on the ground. Mad Gun.
I'm gonna sprint towards her, pick her up, body slam her.
Mad Gun, you still have a gun.
Oh shit, I do.
Yeah, you need to
It's
drop
in
that
your-
gun if you want to do a body slam.
Yeah,
It's-
I'm just gonna shoot at her for some odd reason. My brain's like, hey, you have a gun, and I'm gonna be like, oh shit, I do have a gun. Why did I throw that propane tank?
Gun's in your name.
I guess
He's
it
a
would
mad
be
gun.
daring since we're so close.
Okay. Yeah, no, it would be daring. Yeah, you're not really sighting anything up at this range. You're basically firing at point blank.
I rolled an 8.
All right. So you shoot her. She takes the hit. She kind of falls on the ground, but gets a hand on her gun. And with how she fell, that kind of gives her a line of sight on Tiny.
Damn.
So she's going to fire at you, Tiny. Act quickly to get behind some cover.
8.
All right, you're going to get slightly winged, basically, from this shot, but you do manage to get behind cover. She's rearing the gun up at you, Mad Gun. It's back to you.
All right. How far away would you say I am from her?
Y'all are very close to each other.
I'm gonna curb stomp her.
Okay. That's going to be used brute force.
I rolled a 10.
You curve stomp the bitch.
Damn.
So I would imagine she raises like her hand to shoot, and I kind of curb stomp like right on the elbow. So
okay.
the elbow hits down. I mean, I don't want to fucking American History X on fucking podcast. You know what I mean? I mean, like shit. There are kids who listen to this.
You literally blew a man in half with a fucking propane tank.
That's
you hit him in the face
fucking
with.
different. Be quiet.
No,
That's
It isn't.
different.
Fine. I carefully take the amount of time it takes to set her head up against like
No,
the nearest
what?
shipping crate, and I just curb stomp the shit out of it till everything's red.
Okay, I was just assuming you were gonna kick her in the face.
I was just gonna break the elbow with the gun on it, but you wanted to get violent with it, so I got violent with it.
It's inherently violent. You're in a fucking gunfight.
Yeah, he's right. Guns
All
are
right.
violent.
I'm just gonna
So what's
kick her in the
canon?
fucking face then, whatever.
Okay, do you really want to aim for the elbow?
I was gonna aim for the elbow and just, break that bitch. Problem
Okay.
solved.
You're gonna back bend the elbow. All right.
Yeah.
Jesus.
All right, that's less violent. Yes. you kick her elbow and it breaks. She starts screaming and kicking at you. She obviously can't fire the gun anymore. She drops the gun.
I think we need to like tie her up or something.
Like,
I don't know. She's kind of kicking and screaming right now. I don't want to go near her.
You fucking bastard! You fucking bastard!
You
Just
pointed a
fucking
gun
kill
at me.
me!
What'd you want me to do?
You should just fucking kill me!
No. Lieutenant Dancer, close the door.
Oh
You're
shit.
in a-
God.
That's
wait,
scary.
Wait, you're in a giant storeroom.
I said, close the door.
He
It's
doesn't.
gonna
He
be
doesn't
like-
want he doesn't want Lone Star and Co-pilot to come back and see what he's about to do.
I'm just gonna look at him confusingly and like interpret it the way I think he means, and that means just like, she just needs to get knocked out real quick.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna like punch her out real quick so she's unconscious.
All right.
Nice.
You don't have to roll for that. She's just kind of mostly
Yeah.
incapacitated. So
Okay.
you can just punch her in the face, and that's it. All right. We're
It's been a while since we fought together like that, huh?
I know, it's just like old times. Felt very familiar.
Yeah. Remember that time you took on those Marines with a MRE spoon and a bottle of whiskey?
All
I
right.
could use some whiskey right now.
Me too. Once this is all over, though,
You are in the storeroom.
cantina is still.
You are
still
you are in the storeroom, and you look over and you see the crate that co-pilot's bullet ricocheted into, and it's leaking something, and it smells like whiskey.
Yeah.
Tasty whiskey.
You think we could, take a little swig?
I don't think they'll mind.
Fucking alcoholics.
We earned it. Right.
All right, so as soon as you crack open the crate of whiskey and start breaking into it, the storeroom door opens, and it's Lieutenant Patter with like about 5 or 10 seamen with guns. Look, this is what they are. They're seamen. I can't stop me. I can't change the name of things like that. Okay.
So the seaman starts flooding in. Go on.
So Lieutenant Patter is like, don't worry, we're here to and just sees like the exploded propane tank, that the half of a person, the exploded other propane tank that co-pilot hit initially, the bleeding redhead woman on the floor, and then you two with a crate of whiskey, each holding like a bottle of whiskey that's open and like close. I imagine close, like right to your mouth.
Does he see anything he doesn't like? It's the question.
I'd say he's pretty uncomfortable with the whole situation, but he was here to help. So
I'm just gonna point towards the exits.
Get the fuck out.
All right, we're gonna cut to co-pilot and Lone Star. You're following the direction where you think the three who left the room, the 3 Zeon infiltrators who left the room, went.
We shouldn't be too much further, co-pilot. I think they went this way.
Yeah, I feel that too in my heart.
That's
Right,
good. I'm glad.
right.
I'm glad you keep checking on that heart of yours. It's very accurate.
Yeah, very fucking convenient, co-pilot. How about you tell me, does your heart want to go left or right?
Shit.
Is there like a fork in the hall or something?
Yeah.
And right.
Okay.
I trust your heart. I trust your heart, co-pilot.
I do too, but something tells me that this, for some reason, is not going to be the right way.
Oh, God.
But I'm still going to go this way.
All right, so as you head down the hall in the direction that you know, the direction of the brig, which is also the direction you heard the explosions down in the ship at the beginning of the session, there's also smoke up near the top part of the hallway, and you are kind of right before you enter the brig that you see that the door is shut to the brig.
Lone Star, I think we should go in, but let's make sure our guns are out and ready to shoot whatever's behind the door.
My gun's always out. Let's do this.
I'm going to open it.
Okay, you turn the vault wheel on the bulkhead door, and it turns, a little bit of resistance, but you manage to open it. And you open the door. It's very smoky in there. You can hardly see anything.
Fucking vapors.
About the top half of the room is filled with smoke. So you could lean down and get less smoke.
Let's crawl on our bellies.
I don't know if you have to go that far.
Well, let's crouch down close to our bellies.
You hear someone go, "Hey, want to try some, man? It's blueberry pie."
These are some sick, thick clouds, brother. Give me some of that.
That'd be great, a fight scene between us and like a fucking army of vapors.
It's like their main attack is just like a smoke screen.
Cue the
all
90s
they could
music.
do.
You probably can't, copyright reasons.
We could play 2 seconds of it.
All right, so y'all are
Wow.
crawling. Y'all are crawling through this hallway now, part filled with smoke.
Okay.
And you notice that basically all of the brig doors are open. A brig that should have been packed to the brim with Zeon soldiers is not packed to the brim.
Can I use my observe to try to find any kind of interesting reason why it would be empty like this?
Yeah, you can search for yeah. Go ahead and search.
I'll roll search. Okay.
See if anything
7.
stands out. Okay, so at the very end of the hall, it definitely looks like there's a lot of damage down there, and you're assuming that something exploded from the look of it, and it caused something in the electrical system to trip. All the doors open because in the Gundam universe, when the electricity goes off, doors open. Learned that from Escape from Luna 2.
Is there any big holes where they could have escaped, or does it look like they just went out the door we just came in?
They probably just came out the door you came in. There is so down at the end where it kind of exploded, which would have been Sturgeon's cell. You do see, or you hear.
Let's follow that noise. You hear that, co-pilot?
Who's there? I'm gonna point my gun inside the cell. Who's that?
So inside the cell, you don't see Sturgeon, but you see a guard who is wounded by what looks to be like shrapnel and explosions. He's on the ground.
Oh shit!
Hey, what happened here?
Yeah, what's wrong?
Hey, speak up. What happened? All right.
You're not saying anything.
Let's give him some medical attention. Co-pilot, you got anything on you?
I don't know about all that, Lone Star. I kind of just know how to pilot and hang out.
That's fine. Okay. What do you need? What can we do to help you? Can I search his body for wounds or anything?
Yeah. You can try to help him out, but he coughs and says, "That lieutenant was right. We should have upped security."
Oh God. I rolled a 9, by the way.
Hindsight's 20/20, buddy.
Gather knows best.
Okay, you rolled a 9 to do what?
I was searching his body for any kind of visual injuries that I could help.
Oh, well, so you're searching his body to find the injury.
Yeah,
Yes.
I didn't know if it was obvious or not, so I just...
Oh, no, it's very obvious. He's covered in shrapnel.
Oh, shit balls.
There's not much we could do for this guy. I don't know anything about...
They said they were going to break him out and go to the deck to still Zaku. Take
shit.
the bridge.
Oh shit, did they tell you this?
No, they said it. They said it around. And the Sturgeon guy was arguing with them. Why would he argue with his own men? They
Here.
seem to get
Yeah, that
along.
guy's an asshole.
They're like breaking him out, doing a real solid for him, and he was just being a fucking prick.
What an asshole.
All right, take it easy. We're going to go check it out. We'll be right back, which is just something I'm saying. We're not going to be right back. We'll be right back.
Yeah, we'll be right back. Turn to Lone Star. I'm gonna wink at him.
All right, we'll be right back.
Wait, don't.
Wait, what's up?
Uh,
Oh, Jesus, come on.
Yeah. You
And?
didn't just you didn't just wink at him without me like supposed to see that, right?
No. He didn't wink at me. He's got a twitch. He's got epilepsy. No, not epilepsy. He's Tourette's.
My
He's got
eyes
Tourette's.
are crazy. That's why I have these glasses. I'm gonna wink again.
He's got these crazy glasses. Wink, wink. I'm winking too. I'm winking back at him. I also have Tourette's.
That makes sense.
Yeah, we'll be right back for sure.
Definitely be right
What?
back. Don't you worry.
Why did you say that weird? You got seriously, guys.
Then we fucking Lone Star run out of there.
I haven't perfected it yet, so I don't even want to try it yet.
Oh man, I guess I'm just running like 10 times the speed of co-pilot then.
I do yeah.
I'll do the slow star run then. Just to,
All right.
just to keep pace with you.
Thanks, man.
You heard from him that they were gonna take the bridge and the deck. So we're gonna switch to Mad Gun and Tiny.
This is some really good fucking whiskey.
And so y'all drank some whiskey?
Oh
Yes.
yeah, definitely.
So Lieutenant Patter is like, this not really the best time for this, but
Hey, you see that shit over there? That guy doesn't have a face?
he
did
doesn't
that.
he doesn't have a whole top of his body out.
I did that. It was
Okay.
me.
That's fairly impressive. Men, secure the area. Make sure there's no other exploding things around here. Actually, on second thought, could you pass me one of those bottles? That image is gonna stick with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here you go, man.
He opens it.
Yeah.
He opens it and takes a sip. That's disgusting. All right.
The hell
It
was your
sure
problem?
is. And then I chug a bunch of it.
All right. Patter says, all right, well, a lot of the ship it has Zeon troops running all over it. They must have been let out of the brig, but somehow they were also armed. I don't know how they prepared that, but they managed it somehow. Me and my men, we're gonna go to the deck. There's a lot of them there. I haven't heard anything from the bridge. Could either of you or both of you go to the bridge and confirm that it hasn't been compromised?
Sure. I crack my knuckles.
Yeah. All right. Fuck it. Let's go.
Okay. Matt, Gun, and Tiny, on your way to the bridge. There's some wounded people, some civilians who poke their heads out of the doors and are like, "What's going on?" As you pass them.
I'm just gonna hand my bottle of whiskey to one of the civilians that asked me what's going on, but I'm not gonna tell them.
Right as she does that, I'm gonna take it back, take a swig, and give it back.
Okay. All right. Honey, we got some whiskey. He goes back in the room. As you're going, you get to basically the main part of the hall that is going to have the elevator to the bridge, and you do see that on the far end are some Zeon soldiers. There's 3 of them, and they seem to be guarding the elevator, and they see you as you round the corner, and they kind of.
I want to shoot one.
No,
Right.
I'm gonna throw up a Zig Zeon, and maybe they'll let us go.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my body to throw up a Zig Zeon, and
Wait,
hope
what?
they let us go.
Wait, what?
He
Look,
just dabs.
I'm on board until you did a thing that doesn't work that way.
Why not?
You
use your body to move your arm and do it right.
Okay.
But it's not like physical strength.
It's not like
Okay,
intimidation or
Fine. How do you want me to
seduction.
do it then?
Wouldn't that be
Convince others, but it's plus
Yeah.
charm.
Okay, well I don't have any charms, so let's roll a 2d6 with no modifiers.
Yes.
I rolled an 8.
So the one that looks like they're in charge, they're actually in a Zeon uniform. So you think they're from the actual brig proper. There's another one in the Zeon uniform. And there's another one in civilian clothes. So the one that is in charge is like, are you from Lieutenant Malcolm's group?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm assuming you're all walking
Maybe.
closer. The one in civilian clothes, Kat, you recognize. She hasn't looked up yet, but she's the female that was standing on the deck with you earlier.
Oh no.
And
Oh
you
god.
know that you're lying if she basically starts paying attention, and which she's going to.
How
So,
close are we?
Fuck.
Pretty fucking close.
All right, jump on him, go! I'm gonna use my body to I guess slam
act
the
quick.
lieutenant into.
Act
Oh,
quickly
man.
first. Act quickly first. then you
Fuck
can
me!
use
I
your
have
body.
no act quickly.
Act
Oh no.
both of you act quickly.
Okay. Just like damn
Reflex.
it.
I rolled a 2.
Ooh.
All the
I rolled a
whiskey
6.
fucked us.
Oh no.
All right, Tiny, what did you roll?
A 6.
Ooh, okay.
What are the chances of
Huh?
rolling snake eyes, though? Come
So-
on.
I guess it kind of looks like this. Magum, what did you yell again? Jump him?
Yeah, jump him. Let's go.
And you and Tiny kind of cross paths and fucking bump into each other. And there's like, fuck.
Oh my god.
And then she looks up and then she's like, they're Feddie Scum!
She said the title.
You
Title
just
drop,
had to
guys.
slip that in there.
So they're going to start shooting at you.
Oh,
No.
this is a great idea, Cat.
And since you already failed pretty hard, I want each of you to take 2 damage from some hits. And remember, 0 doesn't mean you're dead. It just means you start taking injuries. All right, Mad Gun. What's your health at?
3.
Okay. All right. So they fire at you. I'm gonna have y'all act quickly again to just get behind cover.
Why do you make me do the worst things that I'm bad at?
Well, you could choose not to do that. I guess you could choose not to get in cover. You could choose to just rush them.
Can I use body for that, please?
Yeah, you can just rush them directly. I
or
guess.
daring. I don't even care at this point.
It's yeah, definitely.
I rolled a 10.
Okay.
I rolled a 9.
Either way, I rolled a 10.
What were you doing, Tiny?
I was just acting quickly.
Okay, so you're gonna successfully get behind cover for the most part. You're gonna be at a disadvantage on your next thing. Mad Gun, you rolled a 10 and you were taking a risk by running directly at them.
Yeah, I was gonna just like slam one into the door or something.
So you wanted to use brute force?
Yes.
All right. So you slam the center one, who was the leader in the uniform. You slam him against the elevator door. The other 2 are kind of like shocked, like, "Oh shit!" He ran straight at us. They're a little bit stunned by the fact that you just kind of ran directly at them, but they are going to...
I think since they're stunned, Lieutenant Tiny should get a free shot on them.
Well,
I think that's a hard move.
Yeah.
So you're going. You do some damage to the guy you hit. He may not be fully knocked out, but he is down, at least for now. The 2 to the left and the right, including the one from the deck, from the deck that Tiny remembers, they do turn their guns to you. And so now, Tiny, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna shoot.
You're gonna aim from behind cover and make an attack?
Yeah.
All right, it'll be a sight roll at a -1 because of you clumsily getting behind cover.
I rolled a 7. No, a 6.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
that means
Could I use one of my RP points?
yes, yeah, and that would make it a mixed success from a failed success.
All right, let's do
Yes.
it, cause.
You could use the other one to make it a complete success, but
Well, then let's do that. Use both of them.
all right. So you turn the failure into a full.
I got you,
success.
Gather.
Yeah.
You shoot the. I'm assuming you're shooting the one you have a personal grudge with for interrupting your
Oh,
speech.
you know it.
Okay. Well, you drop her. You get her in the head, and she drops. And the last remaining guy, Gether, he's gonna have the drop on you. He's already aimed at you. And then the elevator dings, and it opens, and a gun comes out and shoots him in the head. And it's Captain Godfrey with like 2 seamen.
I'm gonna look at her. I'm gonna look dead at her and be like, "Ma'am, I've been drinking."
I can smell it.
I'm just like, I have my finger over my mouth, like, shh.
I look back at Lieutenant Dancer and I'm like, "No, you shh."
All right, we're gonna switch to co-pilot and Lone Star.
All right, on our way to
So-
the deck.
Yeah, you basically have arrived at the deck, or the place where you would exit out onto the deck, and you can see through the portholes onto the deck. The Zaku's still secured there, but you can see a good amount of Zeon soldiers, kind of about on the Zaku, trying to get it loose, trying to open up the cockpit and get in it. And you see and recognize Michael Tort. He's kind of giving orders. And you also see and recognize the man in the overcoat who threw the smoke grenade in the room with you guys. You probably have a line of sight on like 5 or 10 Zeeks at the moment. So you see on the Zaku, basically standing on around like the skirt area of the Zaku, you see the man in the overcoat, and Michael Tort, the guy you recognize as Michael Tort, walks up to him, and you can overhear them talking since you're kind of just right where you exit out onto the deck. And you hear Michael Tort say, "All right, Sturgeon's on his way. He's out. All according to plan. And then Lieutenant Malcolm is like, what do you mean he's out? Yeah. And then Michael Tort is like, yeah, him and a few officers left. We're the distraction. And then the guy in the overcoat, Lieutenant Malcolm, says, no, he was supposed to come here with those officers, and we would take the Zaku. And you're telling me he just left?
Ooh.
And Lieutenant Michael Tort says, yeah, he said like his standing orders to destroy the Zaku. That was the plan. Like he was gonna leave while we destroy the Zaku. You can tell that Malcolm's like very unhappy.
Oh.
Like that bastard, he just left us. Ugh!
Sounds like they were betrayed by the Sturgeon, Lone Star.
Yeah, typical Zeons.
Now's our chance to really, point our guns at them since they're like, kind of fucked.
All right, let's try to approach them from 2 different angles and surprise attack them.
Oh, hell yeah. You didn't even have to tell me that. I felt that.
Oh yeah, I know you felt it. I just liked saying it out loud.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, here we go. I'm going to take the
All right.
right flank.
I'm going to take the left flank.
That's cool. That's the opposite of mine. We're on the same page.
Hell yeah, I felt that.
I need you both to act without notice, to exit onto the bridge and kind of stealth, crouch, walk your way to either side of the section of the Zaku where they're standing.
All right, and
Yeah, it's reflex.
reflex. Okay, 9.
Would this be helping my partner?
You're trying to help me with my plan, right?
Yeah, it was his plan.
And then that would be an 8.
Hey.
Still a mixed success.
Yeah, fuck you. At least I got an RP out of it.
Okay, so you partially sneak your way out on the deck to where you want to, and things are going pretty well. It's still not much to hide behind. It's a deck of a aircraft carrier, so it's there's nothing really to hide behind. You're kind of just hoping that no one looks in your direction and moving quickly and quietly. And you're about to where you want to be to actually set up to get a drop on the 2 figures you saw talking. Just as you're there, one of the larger loading area doors, the kind that's kind of like a garage door in that it lifts and rises, those shed doors. It lifts up real quickly, very, very fucking loudly.
Jesus.
And there's Lieutenant Patter with his squad of men.
Oh shit.
We did it, Lone Star.
And the pretty much every Zeke on deck starts looking around, looks at that, and while looking at that, because that's kind of in your direction, they see you two.
Well, I'm just gonna point my gun at him.
Yeah, it seems like we've got no other choice.
Okay.
All right.
Seems like it's kind of pointless. Like also,
All right. So
free stupid fuckers.
Patter and his men kind of like file out, and they start aiming their guns at him. And then you hear dialogue between Lieutenant Michael Tort and Lieutenant Malcolm. And Michael Tort is like, Sturgeon betrayed us. Like, I'm not gonna die for this. Like, screw that. And Lieutenant Malcolm's kind of looking at him angrily. He goes for his gun.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna pop shot.
Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, we're both gonna do that.
Well. Yeah, let's do it.
Aim
Make
for his
an attack.
hand, Adam.
Make an attack.
With
And-
sight.
If you're aiming for his hand, definitely sight. Yes.
Okay, I'm aiming for his hand.
I guess I'll shoot for the same guy then who's holding the gun. All right, got 7.
Mhm.
I got a 7, and I'm gonna use my RP to make it a full success.
Nice.
He gets his gun slightly pulled from the holster when co-pilot's bullet hits him dead in the hand. And as he's holding up that bloody hand, he says, "Zig zig!" And then Zach's bullet hits him in the chest, and Lieutenant Patter's men begin firing, a few at him and a few at different other Zeeks who return fire. And there's a cacophony of gunfire on the deck of the ship. One thing's for certain for both of you guys. You see Lieutenant Malcolm get pretty fucking shredded by bullets.
Hell yeah.
Wow, we're heroes.
Michael Tort kind of jumps down between the legs of the Zaku, and you lose your line of sight on him.
Fucker.
And after a moment, you quickly notice that there's most of the Zeon soldiers have either been shot and killed, or have surrendered and are being taken into custody. And the ship's mostly quiet. You don't hear any more gunshots. Michael Tort is nowhere to be seen, though.
All right, I'm gonna yell. I'm gonna kind of yell to gain attention to our people, saying, "We've got another one over here," and kind of running towards the direction where he jumped.
Okay. You see him come out from down on the deck outside of like the Zaku's foot, coming around the foot. He has his hands up, like, I surrender. A couple of seamen come by and they properly restrain Tort, and they carry him away.
All right.
And everything seems quiet on the deck now. With the conflict resolved and the silhouette of California base appearing on the sun-spread horizon, the flying anchors finally returned to their home base after what had become far more than just a joint training mission. Only a few days had passed, but the war had just begun.
That's that medium. Good.